Oh, hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Timbo Took, and this is A Joy of Painting Middle-earth, a time when we come together to paint the most fantastic landscapes Middle-earth has to offer, and maybe we'll even paint a scary one a time or two. That can be quite fun, you know. Now, I may not be the best painter in the Shire, but I do love it so, and I'd love for you to paint right along with me. So if you're ready, grab your paints and your brushes, and let's go on an adventure. All right, welcome. I hope you didn't fear I was gone too long. I had been away adventuring, and actually, my little hobbits have been doing a little adventuring and keeping me busy with games and shows and such things. But we're back. Let's get to our painting today. Now, as always, I've prepared my canvas the way that the Blue Wizard used to teach me to do. Oh, you know the Blue Wizard, Bob Ross the Blue. He used to come to the Shire once a week when I was just a boy, and he taught us all how to paint. So we've got this. We've put our magic white down on there, and you'll see it looks like magic when we start. We have that down, so we're doing a wet-on-wet painting technique. We have our colors here, titanium white. Oh, it's a phthalo blue, sap green, Van Dyke brown. This is a dark mountain mixture, a cadmium yellow, yellow ochre, and some bright red. And of course, titanium white. I said that already, but I did a few piles because I like to mess that one up and make it dirty, so I do a couple on there. So we're going to come right up here. We're going to put a sky in today. We're doing a painting that old Bob Ross the Blue himself would have liked to do. He taught us how to do these, so we're just going to take some of this titanium white. I'm just going to put that right down there, and then I'm going to come into our phthalo blue, and we're just going to make a little bit lighter color out of that blue. It's a pretty strong blue, so we're just gonna dull it down a little bit to make it our sky. There we go, and we already have some liquid white, that magic white on the canvas already, so we're just gonna put this in and then we'll put some clouds in. So here we go. We just do a crisscross stroke there. There we go, just putting that sky in. And it's mixing with that liquid white. Now, if you have to, put a big old hobbit foot on your easel if it's rocking around a bit. And you don't have to mix this completely down, because what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll put some clouds. So the lighter spots you see, you might say, let's put a cloud right there. So just bring this down like this. There we go. Just with those crisscross strokes. There we are, filling up that sky there. There we go. Once we get those in, this canvas is a little loose and you can see there's a board back there. But you'll be amazed at how that disappears as we do our painting. There we are. Maybe a little more color in there. Maybe get that sky a little bit darker over here. There we go. Just mix that down. There we are. All right, now we're going to have some water down here, so let's just go back into our phthalo blue up there. Just a little darker down here, and we're going to put some land over it too, so it's not that big a deal. We're just going to take that, and we're just going to pull in from the edge here. We're just coming in. Oh, that looks a little dark, but I'm going to put land right over the top of that, so that's okay. We're just bringing it over, over. And we'll have some reflection on that water, so this water isn't going to be that much of it. There we go. It's dark there at the bottom. And we're pulling straight into the center. And we'll leave kind of a lighter area there in the center. You want to pull in from the sides, and that'll overlap, and that just looks like ripples in our water. There we go. Fill some of that in. Oh, this canvas, it's a little loose. This feller said, this is a great deal on a canvas. And the canvas was very loose. So sometimes a great deal isn't such a great deal. So it's good to buy something you can touch and feel in your hand when you buy it, rather than some guy that promises to deliver it later and it'll be the quality you want. I guess sometimes that's better that way. There we go. There we go. Now let's wash this brush off. And how do we do that? We have some odorless paint thinner right down here in our bucket. So we just wash that brush off. There we are. Shake off the excess right back into our bucket. And then, of course, I'm inside the hobbit hole, so I'm not going to beat the Sauron out of the brush. Right on the easel, I have a rubbish bin down here. And we're just going to take it and... there we go. We beat the Sauron out of that brush. That's right. Right down there. There we are. Now it's fairly clean. And we can just take out some of those brush strokes on there. There we are. There we are. Just on the top in our sky. Those don't matter down there. And again, just... we can knock that off. There we go. Nice and clean. Just test it there. If it throws stuff all over, then you didn't clean it quite good enough. All right, let's go to some clouds. We're going to come and we're going to put some clouds in the sky there. So we're just going to take some of our titanium white. Oh, pull that down. Now we're just going to take a tiny bit of this bright red. And we're just going to mix some of that in there. Just to pink those clouds up a bit. There we go. There we go. That way it's not just stark white. And it'll mix in with our blue that's already down there. So we just take that. We're just going to come in and we decide where our clouds are going to be. And this area is a little light here. It looks like a good spot for a cloud. And we'll just circle that in. There we go. Just put that right down there. There we are. Now that brush, we pick up some blue when we do that. So let's wash that off real quick. Come back into our clouds there, or into our titanium white. We'll go back up into our sky. Maybe right there, just come there. Just roll that in. Those clouds are rolling. Those are rolling again. Picking up some of that blue when I do that. That's okay. We clean off that brush. Just beat that Sauron out of there. Load it up on that brush again. Come back up. Oh, we'll say there's maybe a cloud right over here. Right here. Just put that in there. There we go. Knock that off. Come back up. Let's get some more of those clouds. Some more clouds in here. We want some clouds. Clouds and clouds and more clouds. We're not going to spend all day doing the clouds, but... if you have to, just tap some of that on. If you roll it in too much at the top, you'll take too much of your white off, and you'll have blue clouds. And blue clouds are hard to see in a blue sky. They are hard to see. So we just do the tops of those clouds. We'll come, there we are. And maybe one more right up here in this corner. Right there, right there. So we have that. And let's just roll out these bottoms there. The top of the cloud will leave the brighter color, and the bottom we just roll it out. There we go. If we want to add more white to the top of that, just come back and get some more of that white, that titanium white. Load it up on the brush and then just put it right up here. There we go. Just pop that in. Giving some layers to those clouds. There we go. Now, as I said, we come back, maybe get it a little more clean. Oh, I'm painting my hand down in that rubbish bin. That's okay, that's okay. So, again, we're just going to roll out the bottom of that cloud there. Bottom of this one. bottom of this one. There we go. Now we'll take that 1-inch brush, just clean that off one more time. There we are. Now let's come to a clean, dry 2-inch brush. And now what we're going to do is we're going to lift those clouds and then we'll soften them out. So we just lift very lightly, just lift those up. Now this brush isn't the softest brush. We'll go back to this one. It might be a little wet. That might not be the best, but this is a softer brush. This is a softer brush. Just lift those, lift those. There you go. That's okay. You're the wind. You're blowing that away. There we go. Just blowing those clouds off. Clean that off a little bit. And now just softly and gently, just soften those clouds out. There you go. Those are off in the distance. There we are. So we've put in our clouds. We've put in the clouds. We've set a good scene. Now let's put a mountain in there. That's right. Here we go. We've got our palette knife. Every good adventure starts heading off towards the mountains or out to sea or maybe across the desert. Oh, adventures start in many different places. So we've got this mountain mixture here. It's got its midnight black and alizarin crimson and phthalo blue. They're all mixed in there. So we get a variety of colors in here. So we're going to come and we're just taking this. We've got a little roll of paint and we just come up and we're going to make the peak of our mountain right here, kind of offset. Because, oh, Bob Ross, the blue wizard would stand here and he'd look out at that and paint it. So that's going to be off this way. Come right up here, bring that down. There we go. And you just want to bring that out. You're just pulling that paint right into the canvas. There we are. Come back. We'll get some more and we'll bring it down this way. There we go. Just pulling that excess paint out. Just leaving that edge right there. Leaving that edge. That's all we really want. The rest we put in with this color. Maybe there's going to be some mountains off in the distance. Maybe we put some of those in. Let's just put some little mountains back here. Just so our mountain there isn't so lonely. We got some rolling mountains back that way. There we go. And there might be some trees in front of those. We don't know. We don't know yet. Just pull those into the picture. Pull off that excess paint. These mountains back here won't have a lot of detail. But now that we put those in, we'll bring another mountain. This one will come, it'll come here and peak right there. And we'll give them a little notch here. And then right down this way. There we go. Pull that excess paint out. And you're just pushing that paint right into the canvas. Of course, you can hear how that goes. There we are. So let's just take that palette knife, we'll put that off to the side there, and take our clean, dry 2-inch brush, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull those mountains down now. We're just going to take it. Now don't touch your edge too much. But we're just going to shape these mountains by pulling that paint down. There we go. Pulling it right down this way. We're going to come this way. There we are. Now this one, maybe we want it to come in front. See that? You've pulled it right in front there now. These ones, these are in the back, way back there. Way in the back. Just pull that out. Keep your angles going there. There we go. Now, we've pulled it right in front of this one, but that's okay. We'll take this, and we'll grab this paint, and this was going to push our mountain right in front of that one. Right there. And you can see how that works. There we go. Now we have a bunch of mountains there. Now we need to put some details in. And what's on mountains? Oh, we have some snow and things like that. Let me just wipe off my palette knife there. Because we're going to come and we're going to make some snow. So, we've got this white here. Still had, a little bit of this. Oh, that might have been too much. Let's pull that down. Oh, you see that bright red is so bright. That can really, really take it down. So, get it mixed together well. There we are. It's just catching a little bit of sun is what it's doing. There we go. All right, now every time I try and mix it down, seems like I get more and more red in there. I took too much, that's for sure. But let's just get a little row like that. We're not going to worry about those too much back there. But right here, we're just going to grab it at the corner and we're just going to lightly just pull it down the mountain and you'll see. It just comes and breaks off as it comes down. There we go. There we go, right there, right there. And you can even shape your mountain with this. Say it comes up there. That face of the mountain comes over this way. There you see. Bring it down like that. Get some more of that, and we're going to come back up to this one. Just letting that paint break off as it runs down the mountain there. More in there. And I came right over that, but that's okay. That is okay. We'll fix that. We'll fix it in post, as they say. Well, I don't know who says that, but we'll fix it when we put the shadow snow on there. That's right. The shadow snow. Bring that down. Take a little more. We're just going to say this peak comes right to there. Right to there. And this one, he's back there, so there's just a little there. There we go. Now maybe we'll put some on here. We're not too worried about these ones back here. You just kind of shape those. There we go. Just pull those down. All right, now we need that, like we said, we need a shadow snow. So the way we're going to do that, we're just going to come up here, take some of this white, we'll go back into some of this blue. And you see these colors are very strong. They'll darken up your white in a jiffy. Put a little more in there. There we go. We have a good shadow snow. So that cool snow that's on the shadowy side of the mountain. So we'll come in here and this will just come right down this way. There we go. And it makes a good contrast with the other. That's where that sun is not hitting it. There we are. Come up here. And we'll just take this right down this way. Again on this side as well. Oh, we got... That wasn't quite our shadow snow there. Let's make sure we get a nice cool snow. We don't want that too hot back there. No, no. Bring that right down that way. There we are. Now this peak up here, this is a tricky one, so we're just using the shorter part of our palette knife just to put in some of that shadow. There we go. And I hit that a little too much right there. We'll just come back and fix that. See that? Nothing to it. Nothing to it. Now if you want to put some other things here, maybe there's this right here. This part doesn't get much sun either. So that's a little cooler right there. Just bring that right up. There we are. And that way you can shape your mountains. Shape those mountains. Let's put in a little back here too. I said we weren't going to do too many details on these, but oh, it was so much fun doing these mountains I wasn't ready to stop. There we are. Now, maybe we want to come and bring this down this way too. Right there. And let's go back to some of that pink. That snow that's getting hit by the sun. There we go. Maybe that sun's going down, getting ready to disappear for the day. There we are. Maybe it's rising. Because if you're looking at this and this is the east and this is the west, it'd be a rising sun that's making it that color. Oh no, if it's a red sun in the morning. We don't want that. There must have been a battle. That's right. All right, let's clean off a 2-inch brush here. There we are. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to tap in this here, just make some mist back this way. That's right, we'll just tap that out. Just the base of that mountain is very misty. Oh, I suppose that's why they call it the Misty Mountains, right? Right, we just bring those, follow your angles down, there we go. Just tapping that in. Hopefully I'm not in your way. I always turn my head to the side so I can try and stay out of your way. But remember those angles. Bring them right down this way. Put in that mist. There we are. Just tap that out. Again, steady your canvas with your big old hobbit foot if you have to. There. Oh, what a pretty mountain. That's a lovely mountain to paint. That's for sure. That's for sure. Now we have some things in front there. Let's just... What we'll do is we'll go back to that mountain mixture, darken it up, and let's just put off in the distance. There's just, oh, we'll just say there's some trees and things. These will stay pretty dark back here. You're just putting that, just bring it up a little higher, bring it down a little higher. That mist gives some separation there. Those are just your foothills off in the distance. Right in the distance. There we go. There we go. Right down this way. Maybe that came up a little higher there. There we are. That's all we're doing back there. Let's come back this way, and right in here we'll put, let's put in, there's some foothills here covered with forest and trees and things. There we are. Just put that right out there. Go back, grab some more when it's getting a little too light. And your colors can be varied here. You can have darker spots and lighter spots. There we go. Again, we're going to have a big hill coming over on this side, so we won't worry about it too much, but just bring that down. Now this is going to be on the water, so this part will be some reflection. So we won't worry about that being as dark here, but just try and follow your shapes. Maybe we'll bring it over a little more. There we go. There we are. Look at that. Look at that. There, and we've got a forest right in there. Maybe bring it down this way a little more. I'm not sure where I'm going to bring that land in, but we'll have some trees and stuff in front of here. But we'll make that a lake anyways, so you can see there. So let's clean off that brush. I'm just grabbing some of that liquid white, that magic white. We'll just mix this in. We'll get this liquidy paint here. That'll stick to our thicker paint. That's right. That's the way the blue wizard taught us. Maybe grab some of this sap green. Put it right in here. Get a nice green there. We have these forest trees. Just get those right like that. Maybe a little darker over this way. If our colors are mixing, that's okay. That's okay. We're going to get a good mix of colors here. There's some good mix. All right. Now let's go and put some highlights. Let's put some highlights on some of these trees. So we're just going to tap this on. There we go. We're just tapping that in. Then when you do it up there, just bring that same down here. There we are. And we'll just come this way. Tap in this color here. Put it right down there, right in that. That's in the water there. So we'll come back. We'll maybe get some lighter yellow. Oh, there we go. Some lighter colors on those trees. And you're just not killing all that dark. Oh, how about we just try and get a little brighter. Come back to that yellow. Little brighter there. A little bit. There we go. Right there. Put some of that in there. Maybe give the brush a wash. Bring it right back up. Let's go to some of this yellow ochre. Different type of color there. We'll just put that right in between there. There we go. We just want those colors to be a variety of colors back there. There we are. Come back to our green. Right there. We don't want to spend too much time doing this, so we'll just kind of hurry through here. There we are. Maybe see if we can get just some of this red. We'll pop a few reds in there. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's mixing too much on our palette. That's okay. We've got some good colors in there. So what we'll do, let's see. I think I put more color from my rubbish bin on this. What we want, take a clean, mostly dry brush. Now these reflections on this lake, we're going to put these in, and it's going to go so easy. So we just look where you want your water line to be. Just touch it and pull it straight down. Touch, straight down. Maybe we want to come up a little further. Touch, straight down. Straight down, straight down. There we go, there we go. There we are. Knock that paint off. Now what we're going to do is we just want to take it and just lightly pull it to the side. Very lightly. And see that just gives us that nice reflection. Just a beautiful reflection there. All right, I cleaned off my palette knife. I put some of that liquid white, that magic white right on there. And this will make our coastline. So what I'm doing is I'm just testing it on the palette there. I don't want to put too much on there when I go to do it. So I knock some of it off and we just cut it in right here. Just cut that in straight across. Just cut it in. There we go. Come back, get a little more. And that's just our water line there. Right there. There you go. Now you can even do some ripples in the water just to make you wonder, is there something, is there a watcher in that water maybe? Just some little ripples right there. There we go. Now we've got that. Now we've done some little details. Let's go back. Oh, let's clean off that 1-inch brush. We've been doing good with that. We've been putting a lot of paint on this old brush. This guy's getting a workout today. There we go, he's getting a workout. So let's just come back and we'll put in some trees. Some evergreen trees. It's been a while since we did that. So just wiggle that in. And what you're doing is by wiggling that through the paint, you're making a sharper edge there. So we're just going to come up and we're just going to touch and make a line, and then we'll come back up and we're going to zigzag all the way down, just putting our paint in. There we go. Some of these big evergreen trees. Just pop those in. There we are. Just bending that brush as you come down. That one got kind of big. That's a big old tree. We might make a few trees in there. Every tree needs a friend, that's for sure. That's for sure. There we go. Let's do a few more trees on there. There we go. Sharpen that up. And we'll do one. We'll say he's a little further back, a little further away. And we just come back and forth, back and forth. There we go. I got a little hair. He's throwing some little details out there. There we go. There we go. Maybe there's one right here as well. Maybe he comes. Maybe we'll make him a little taller. We'll make him taller. He's a little closer maybe. There we go. Now we got that guy sticking off on the end there. We don't want him making a mess like he did over here. So we'll just keep it there and we'll just come back and forth. We're keeping this one in a little tighter. We're not going to widen out so much. The other one was like a Christmas tree. You can barely fit in your hobbit hole. There we go. There we are. There we are. And just put that in. It got a little mixed in with that mountain snow, but that's all right. Just pop a little on top of it. There we go. We're going to come down here. We're going to put some bushes and things in here like this. And I don't know. We're going to have our hill come across, but it might not come all the way across. So let's just pop this down. Maybe we can make that a reflection along the way. There we are. Now let's do the same. Let's wash off that brush. Well, I guess I didn't need to wash it off. I was going to do the same on this side. But I'm just going to use up this here mountain mix. And it's become our tree mix now. So we're going to put, we'll say there's a big old tree right here. We'll say this guy is a big old tree right there. And we're just going to check which side of our brush we're using. Normally we do these with a fan brush, which is a little thinner, but that's okay. We're just going to bring this guy down, work his way out. Back and forth, back and forth. There we go. Covering up some of those mountains back there. That's what I said we were going to do, and we did it. Oh, all part of the plan. There we go, there we go. There we are. Now it looks like this tree was floating kind of invisible. An invisible trunk in there. So I'm just going to put that trunk in. We'll come in, maybe put a little highlight on there. When we go to highlight the tree, we'll put a trunk in there. But I wanted it to have something to go to. And I'll do another tree. This one comes up almost to the top of our canvas. There we go. There we go. We're just going to shake it back and forth. There we are. Shimmy, shimmy, shake. Right back and forth like that. There we go. Bend those bristles as you lay that paint down. See, and we did that whole hill back there, but we covered the whole thing up. That's okay. We do that sometimes. Sometimes we do that. There we are. Now let's, like I said, I don't want that to look like it's just floating. So I'll just put that in, and we'll highlight that with some brown when we put some color on those leaves. So let's see. Can I do this with just a 1-inch brush? We're just going to put in this hill. I'll just bring it right over this way. Bring it down this way. There we go. So you can see this lake or river, whatever it is, will be flowing down this way. So let's just fill this in, use up that mountain mixture. Probably should go to let's just use one of our 2-inch brushes here. And this one is pretty stiff. That brush might be coming to the end of his days. Or we'll just find another use for him. All right, I'm just popping some bushes just that'll be here at the bottom of this tree. Just to tie it in. There we go. There we go. Clean off that 1-inch brush. All right, we have a little bit of time left. We can put in some details here. I haven't touched my Van Dyke brown yet, so let's just grab some of that. Oh, we'll just come into some of this white here, even if it is a little pinkish white. There we go. Just grabbing some of that, and let's just give, you don't have to go the whole way down, just you'll be able to see some of the trunk through the branches there. I look like I was a little crooked. There we go. You want to make sure you don't have too much on there. And we'll just put that in, just coming down the tree there. Let's do another here over on this side. Just there. There we go. Some of it will be covered up by branches, by leaves, needles on these evergreen trees. There we go. And maybe back here. Oh, that got a little iffy. That got a little iffy. There we go. That's okay. We'll just set that down. Now let's come back. Let's get a little bit of liquid white going here. We'll come back with some of our liquid white. Let's put that in here again. And with our sap green. Maybe a little more green than that. There we go. Now let's just put some highlight on here. Remember, our light was hitting the mountain from this side, so that's the side you should highlight on your trees. So just lightly put it in, not too much. You don't want all that dark going away because those are the branches that are behind. There we go. Just put that in there. Same way, just coming down like you did before. There we are. Put some of that in the water down there. Let's come back. Get some more of that. Maybe introduce a little yellow in there. There we go. Back up here. Just touching and leaving it. Not running it sideways or anything like that. You're just tapping it on, leaving that paint right on the canvas. There we go. Come back to it, and here we are, right here, right here. Breaking my own rules. I said don't slide it, and I just slid it. That's all right. That's okay. Everybody's eye is going to be drawn to that mountain for sure. And put some of that down here. Maybe we had some of these bushes. Just tap that in. Put some of those bushes in there. See if we can't brighten those up a bit. I don't know what kind of colors we're mixing, but we're mixing some colors on there. There we go. Just tap those in, put that color down there too. There we are. Let's wash that brush. Come up here, let's do the same with that sap green. Lighten that up a bit. Maybe grab some of that, more of that titanium white. Mix it off the side, then bring it in so it doesn't lighten it too much. Now we just come up here, just pop it on some of those highlights. There we go. I think I picked up more than I took off. I picked more up with my brush than I put down. That's what happens. You get it a little thick on there. There we go. There we go. Back up. A little bit of yellow on those leaves. There we are. Get that a little thinner. There we go. Let's get some of that. And let's just tap this in. Oh, look at that. I slid it, not tapped it, slid it, not tapped it. There we go. Just these are some bushes right in front there. I tell you what, my paint's getting to be a mess. That is getting to be a mess. I'm making nothing but some ugly brown colors. That's okay. That's okay. There's plenty of brown. Maybe these ones are... There we are. Now let's make this a grassy field. There we go. I added some more yellow here. We're just going to mix that in, get a grassy color. Now for our grass, we're just going to tap this in. There we go. You're not killing all that dark underneath. That's the way it looks. That's the way it looks. But we do find ourselves picking up a lot when we put that down. So we want to thin that out a little more. The thinner it is, the easier it'll stick to that dark underneath without picking it all up. There we go. And you're just using that brush flat on its side just to make that grass. Just to pop that grass in there. There we go. Oh, and I almost forgot. I almost forgot about our reflection over here. Let's just pull this down gently, softly, gently. There we go. Now pull it to the side. There we are. There we go. And let's go up to our Van Dyke Brown. We're just going to put a little dirt here. Little dirt comes down to the water underneath our bushes and things. Just going back to our titanium white. Just get a little bit of that. And just give it some color variation there. There we go. Right to the water. Wipe off our knife. Just get a little liquid white and just make our shoreline here. All right, so there we have this nice field to look out over the mountains, and I think old Bob Ross the Blue, he would set up his easel and paint it from right here looking across. So maybe we'll come back a little bit later and we'll add Bob Ross the Blue in there. But for now, we're just going to keep it like it is today. We'll say that's a finished painting. You can hang in your hobbit hole right there. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed. I love painting mountains. And now I think I'll have to go back and we'll put in Bob Ross the Blue in their painting. But for now, we'll leave it there. And remember, if you'd like any of these paintings we've done together, any of my prints, you can go to timbotook.com. And I have some prints and coffee mugs and all kinds of fun things there for you. I always appreciate you being here. Have a good week. Goodbye and God bless.